Mo money, mo problems. I say to high net worth people, particularly business owners, owner operators, entrepreneurs, households that make a lot of money and have some children, ditch your wealth manager, get with a family office. Little did I know this whole time I've been making this compelling point, or at least I thought it was a very compelling point. I just had a little bit more technical understanding of what I was saying. I didn't realize the end user, the recipient of this message, was just wanting to know what the heck is a family office. So it dawned on me I should make a video and offer a high level overview. What is a family office? And go over a few use cases, maybe get into a few case studies. Why would you need one? How can you establish one? What does that all look like? What services do they offer? How does it apply to me? Let's get into it. When I say mo money, mo problems, what I mean is that the layers of complexity get deeper and deeper. Someone has to be peeling away those layers of the onion and figuring out what's going on. You can look at it from the standpoint that you have a wealth manager. Okay, they can tell me what stocks to be invested in. Well, it's so much more than that. It's the ongoing advisory process of investment advice of what you should buy, what you should sell, why you should own it, what does it hedge against, how does it get you diversified. Obviously, it needs to perform. You need to be outperforming your benchmarks, and then it needs to be in the right type of investment vehicle. That includes your tax deferred, your retirement accounts, making sure that everything is structured correctly. That's one piece of the puzzle. Then it's about the planning, continuity of companies, of businesses, passing down from father and mother to son and daughter. That level of continuity from a succession standpoint, as well as your will and estate, which goes into your life insurance planning, making sure that you're using life insurance policies that you can invest the proceeds, or that the proceeds pass through probate at time of passing that can help pay estate tax bills or defer estate tax bills altogether. Okay, I can keep going further and further, deeper and deeper. But the point is, wouldn't you want to have someone playing point guard, somebody behind the huddle playing quarterback? If you could have the best quarterback in the world, wouldn't you want Tom Brady, Peyton Manning? I don't know. I don't know who's good these days. I haven't been watching. The point is, you could go to this big box firm. You could Google, I need help. It's gonna be like what? B of A private, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. They've got their strategies. They pick and plug you into one of them. Are they going to be very uniquely inclined to figure out your circumstances individually, your family, your business interests? Are they going to be able to tie everything together? Maybe, maybe not. But you're a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You've made a lot of money. This is time to get serious about making sure this is managed correctly. You should have a family office. You can start one. You can take a DIY approach. You can work with someone like me. It's like a consulting assignment. We'll help you get it set up. We'll figure out procedurally what the purpose is, what we're trying to solve for. We get it set up. We get it structured the way you want it to be. And then we just start putting a plan in motion to get all these tasks accomplished so that you can run well today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next decade, next generation, and beyond. Because if you start hiring one person for tax planning, one person for legal, you work internally with your family to figure out, it's sort of like a hierarchy, a structure of who's in charge, who can vote on what, where's the money going, where are we getting allocated. Charity and philanthropy, you just you get to the end of the year and you just say, I need to give away my $17,000. I got to get the tax benefit. It's a lot of money, just be going out on a whim. Okay. So this is what a family office does, at least at a high level. And you got to consider that's a lot of different tasks. You need someone playing point guard. You need that quarterback to anchor all of these tasks and make sure they get done. Then here's where I feel like this point really becomes compelling. Wouldn't you want to keep it in the family? Do you really want to outsource this? Really? There was some data I just looked at that would suggest that family offices, as an institution, or the entity of a family office, expected to grow by between 11 and 12% through 2028. And with that comes job opportunity. So if you're like me, let's say you're on the other side, you're not necessarily $100 million net worth family, but you're somebody who has, you like messing around in the financial world, but you're not super keen, you're not happy with the financial services that are out there and that are offered, job opportunities within family offices could be a good fit. A family liaison, risk manager, security, that's cybersecurity too, not just being a watchdog. Um, Compliance, analysts, finance, CEO, PR, quantitative analysis. You don't necessarily have to go and intern on Wall Street anymore. These are jobs that are very highly valued, that are going to be needed. Maybe you don't want to be try to make partner doing corporate law, but you want to work with some families. Hey, there's real opportunity here, not just for families to get set up, but for you, an individual, if you want to work in this world, but you don't want to go the big burnout 18-hour days route. Not to say you're not working hard, but wouldn't we all rather have a couple clients we love working with instead of running around getting hundreds, dealing with thousands of people all day, every day? Worth thinking about. Last but not least here, I'll give you my thoughts as somebody who works in a family office, who works with owners and operators, working with the high net worth, and sometimes we put the U for ultra in front of high net worth with those families. The top 5 issues facing those high net worth individuals, and by extension their family, in 2025. Reduction in the estate tax exemption. Anytime I see the word estate, well, numerically, I'm going to start categorizing that with taxes and what we can do to shelter revenues so you keep the money in the family. But conceptually, when I think about the estate, I always think about the family. This is not something I would want to outsource to some sort of robo advisor who just, everything looks like a nail when you're a hammer. Strategy for mitigation, acceleration of wealth transfers. So this is it. You have a chance to pass through to beneficiaries, to spouses, or to aunts, uncles, children, cousins, nieces. Children is the number one, obviously. You would need a good governance structure for achieving what you want to achieve. You got to think about your values, and you got to think about your children's values. So this is more than just the technical language. It's about the governance within your family. Then obviously someone who knows their way around irrevocable trusts, spousal lifetime access trusts. There's a whole lot of technical jargon. It's not sexy at all to get into it. Bypass trusts, credit shelter trusts. Yeah, there's all sorts of different things that you can do. The important thing is you got to think about the relationships here, who you're working with, what you're trying to achieve, and then you go from there. Tax policy and uncertainty. Yeah, mathematically, I think government spending is going to have to come down. Rates are going to have to come down. Economic growth is going to roll over at some point here. Mathematically, taxes are going to have to go higher. Spending is going to have to come down. That's what math says. It doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow, but yes, tax efficient investing is very important. Income deferral, tax loss harvesting. Yes, everyone should be tax loss harvesting. Absolutely. And a taxable brokerage account. Capital gains optimization. Yes. I was just looking at some information. I was solving for a case of someone with $15 million in proceeds that they want to be able to still get between $1 and $1.5 million in cash flow. I won't go into all the details, but the first thing I start doing there is if we are going to lock in any yield, we have to make sure they're qualified dividends that are going to get the 20% treatment. Just by doing that, I don't have to consider that I'm going to, end up getting myself into a 30, 40, or 50% tax bracket. So this idea of optimization and tax efficiency. But that assumes that it's a taxable vehicle. What if I can get it into like a health savings account, or I can backdoor it into a Roth? Then I don't have to worry about taxes. So yes, you still want someone with the technical skills, but someone who's also savvy and emotionally intelligent to work with you and your family. Wealth protection amid economic volatility. This is such a big one because the delta, and what I mean by that is, there's a lot of cases I run into. It's like two outcomes. You're either going to be rich after this is all said and done, or filthy stinking rich. It's hard to make an impact. It's like, okay, we're either going to get 6 or 7 here. We're either going to get 25 or 23 here. You're rich either way. When we think about delta, The point is, what could actually make the biggest impact? And it would be failure to protect the assets. Asset protection, wealth protection. Okay, whatever there is, economic uncertainty, black swan, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you have planned and prepared so that you have optionality, so that you are in a position of relative strength no matter what happens. Diversification, regular portfolio reviews, comprehensive insurance solutions. This is this like, yes, you need a technical savvy to do these things, but you need to understand there's a level of psychology, there's a level of behavior. You have to have a feel for these things. It's not just as simple as buying puts, but it's knowing that, hey, maybe you need the optionality to live in a different country. Maybe you need to restructure something or other. Maybe it's more than just the technical stuff. More than just, hey, let me look at your insurance policy. Like, come on, you gotta go deeper. Complex estate planning and philanthropy goals, yes, very important. I like the irrevocable life insurance trust plan. The ILIT is a good thing to do before the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act sunsets in 2025. That's a good one. Review and update. Yeah, sure. A family office is a great way to review and update estate plans. Whatever it is. The multi-generational stuff. Yes, multi-generational wealth strategies. Getting the young generations engaged in the estate planning process. Yeah, bring them in. These are all learning experiences. How many times you hear about people getting rich and then it's gone? What do they say? The three generation rule. Someone builds all the money. Next generation lives a nice life. Next generation after that lives a pretty nice life. Next generation after that, it's all gone. Legacy. It's not just like how much money you donate to charity and how many buildings your last name is on printed on, but are my great grandchildren's great grandchildren more successful than I am? If that resonates with you and you are a high net worth person, not with your own family office, sound like a hypocrite to me, pal. Retirement planning, lifestyle maintenance, yeah, I don't care. Looking ahead, five core issues. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that that's necessarily. Nothing I saw there was specific to 2025. They can make the same list 12 months from now, and I'll feel the same way. This is important stuff. I hope this has been helpful. What do you think? Do you have experience working with a family office? Does what I'm saying resonate with you? Do you have any more questions? Happy to help. I love consulting for high net worth people and families to get their own family office set up and established. So let's do it. Talk to you soon.